that were sent to me from one of my amazing subscribers, so I had to show you the books that she sent over to me, so that is what this video will be. Now, let's just go ahead and jump right in. Alright, you guys, so like I mentioned in the intro, these are all books that were sent to me from one of my subscribers. I'm not sure if she wants me to say her name or not, so just in case, I'm not going to, but if she wants to be known, leave a comment down below and I'll pin it, and everyone can thank her for sending these to me, and so I could create content for you guys. So she emailed me asking if I had a P.O. box because she wanted to send me over some of her favorite books, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet, you literally don't have to do that. And she wanted to, so I gave her my P.O. box, which I pretty much just use for my business. I don't like post it anywhere because that's just not my style. I'm not someone that asks for things. If someone asks me, that's different. That's just not my thing. But anyways, I decided to say that that's fine, and I'm so thankful. So huge thank you to you for sending these over to me. I want to say your name, but again, I don't know if I should or not. But you know who you are. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to dive into these and let me show you what she sent over. So the first one is actually one that was on my TBR in my Amazon wish list. It was going to be one of the next books that I was going to purchase, so the fact that she sent this to me, we are on the same wavelength. And this is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, or Faden, I'm not sure. I'll say both just to be safe. And when I was reading the little blurb about it on Amazon, I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds so good. And I believe this is pretty popular too right now. And on the front it says, from behind closed doors, she sees everything. And I will be reading the back of all of these books, so if that's not something that you want to know about, just maybe don't watch that part. I love the texture of this one too. I feel like it has a nice, unique feeling to it. I can't really describe it. It's not smooth, but it's not rough either. I don't know. I love paperbacks over hardcover books any day. I just started reading The Shining yesterday, and I already read through all of my books from my spooky book haul except for The Shining. I saved that one for last, and I'm the type that prefers to just read one book at a time, unless it's like a nonfiction with a fiction that's a little different, like a self-help kind of vibe. I don't like getting consumed by too many books at once just because I want the one book to have my main focus and I don't want to like confuse anything. So this will be the next one that I read after The Shining. I do want to read some cute like romance Christmassy books too, so I might read those tandem to this as well. But I gotta get through The Shining first. And on the back here it says psychological suspense, which are my personal favorites. Or anything like with a mystery aspect. I find those to be so intriguing and just to watch me clean it up. How she tells strange lies about her own daughter, and how her husband, Andrew, seems more broken every day. But as I look into Andrew's handsome brown eyes, so full of pain, it's hard not to imagine what it would be like to live Nina's life. The walk-in closet, the fancy car, the perfect husband. I try on one of Nina's pristine white dresses once, just to see what it's like, but she soon finds out, and by the time I realize my attic bedroom door only locks from the outside, it's far too late. But I reassure myself, the Winchesters don't know who I really am. They don't know what I'm capable of. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. If you've read this book, please let me know if you liked it. Don't give me spoilers though, just let me know what you thought of it. And I think this is book one. I think there might be two of these if I'm not mistaken, but I'm pretty sure this is book one. So that is the first one she sent over. The Housemaid. Okay, next up we have Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. And this one looks really interesting. These all look really good, so I have a great lineup here. I really like the cover on this one. I feel like paperback book tapping is just unmatched. It's so good. And this video is featuring the obnoxious drivers, per usual, in the background. I can never get away from them. That is one major positive about living in the Midwest in the wintertime. We get snow and ice and all that good stuff. And soon motorcycles won't be on the streets, and people won't be driving like that. At least I hope not, once all that starts happening. This one's very airy feeling and light in comparison to the last one. Okay, let's read the back. I had never heard of this book either prior to her sending this to me, so let me read you the back. Think you know the person you married. Think again. Things have been wrong with Mr. and Mrs. Wright for a long time. I like what they did there. Every anniversary, the couple exchange traditional gifts, and Adam's wife writes him a letter she never lets him read until now. Self-confessed workaholic, Adam Wright has face blindness. He can't even recognize his own wife, and Amelia is sick of feeling unseen. When Adam and Amelia win a weekend away to Scotland, it might be just what their marriage needs. This weekend may make or break their marriage, but they didn't randomly win this trip. One of them is lying, and someone doesn't want them to live happily ever after. 10 years of marriage, 10 years of secrets, and an anniversary they will never forget. Ooh, sounds so good. Girl, you got good taste in books. And fun fact about me, I guess, I'm really not that picky when it comes to books. I'm not someone that's so overly critical that if I think a book is just not quite 100% perfect, I'm only giving it 3 stars. Now, if I like it, I'm gonna give it 5 stars. If it holds my attention, I'm gonna give it 5 stars. That's just kind of how I am. I'm not that picky. As someone who just fully re-submerged myself into the kind of stuff. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. I'm very simple that way. So I'm not gonna have like the most critical opinions on things. I'm very lighthearted in that aspect. Okay, so that is rock, paper, scissors. Okay, so the next book is actually another one that was on my TBR list, so great minds think alike. And this is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. Girl, I don't know. That's what I'm going with. I probably didn't say that right, so I didn't say anything. I'm so bad with names. Oh my gosh, it's the worst. Anyways, it's by Alex M. Oh my gosh, this has such a nice texture. Update, I can finally listen while I'm filming with my camera now because I finally got to the correct splitter sent to me. Yay! Third time was the charm. And I finally got it. So that's awesome. And this sounds really good. I love the texture of this. It's nice and like uncoated and rough sounding. Anyways, let's read the back. Alicia Bernison's life is seemingly perfect until one night when her husband, Gabriel, returns home late from work and Alicia shoots him 5 times in the face and then never speaks another word. Alicia's refusal to talk or give any kind of explanation turns a domestic tragedy into a mystery that captures the public imagination. And she, the silent patient, is hidden away from the tabloids at the Grove, a secure psychiatric unit in North London. Criminal psychotherapist Theo Faber is captivated by Alicia's story and jumps at the opportunity to work with her. His determination to get her to talk and unravel the mystery of why she shot her husband will take him down a path more unexpected and more terrifying than he ever imagined. This almost gives me a similar vibe saying his name completely wrong. Okay, we have 2 books left, and the next one is called Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. I really like the cover on this one. I think it's super pretty. I like that all of these books have a little bit of a different sound to them because the textures are all different. Like this is more of a coated, smooth kind of paper. And all the others had a little more like rigidness to them. Okay, let's go ahead and read the back. I wanted to lose myself in the small town of Belleon, Maine, to forget everything I had left behind. The sound of rain, the blood, the coldness of a gun against my skin. For 6 months, each breath has been a reminder that I survived and my dad didn't. I'm almost safe again, but the moment I meet Archer Hill, my entire world tilts on its axis and never rights itself again. Until I trespass into his strange, silent, and isolated world, Archer communicates with no one. Yet in his whiskey-colored eyes, something intangible happens between us. There's so much more to him than just his beauty, his presence, or the ways his hands communicate with me, on me. But this town is mirrored in secrets and betrayals, and Archer is the explosive center of it all. So much passion and so much hurt. But it's in Archer's silence that we might just find what we need to heal and to live. That sounds really good too. Like I said, I do want to read some like seasonal, Christmassy, holiday romance books, and I'm going to do a haul like for that specific theme as well. So that should be coming hopefully at the end of this month. I feel like my hair is driving me nuts today. So I apologize if I keep moving my bangs out of the way. Okay, so that is Archer's Voice. And the final book to close out this haul is When the Day Comes by Gabrielle Meyer. And this one has a soft, matte kind of finish to it. So they were all different and great for ASMR. 1874 Colonial Williamsburg, and the other in 1914 Gilded Age, New York City. When she falls asleep in one life, she wakes up in the other. While she's the same person at her core in both times, she's leading two vastly different lives. In Colonial Williamsburg, Libby is a public printer for the House of Burgesses and the Royal Governor, trying to provide for her family and support the Patriot cause. The man she loves, Henry Montgomery, has his own secrets. As the revolution draws near, both their lives and any hope of love are put in jeopardy. Libby's life in 1914 in New York is filled with wealth, drawing room conversations, and bachelors. But the only work she cares about, women's suffrage, is discouraged, and her mother is intent on marrying her off to an English marquis. The growing talk of war in Europe only complicates matters. But Libby knows she's not destined to live two lives forever. On her 21st birthday, she must choose one path and forfeit the other. But how can she choose when she has so much to lose in each life? Again, sounds super good. And these historical kind of fiction books are usually really good as well. Sometimes it's nice to read books that take place in a completely different era and time period in general. And back here it says historical romance. I feel like the cars and airplanes are getting really obnoxious, so I'll probably finish this video off before it gets worse. But again, thank you so much to my lovely subscriber for the kind gesture to send me all these books. I appreciate it so much,